What's up, YouTube? Mark the Shark here, coming at you with a Battlin Boxer deck profile. This is a pretty good deck, budget deck for sure. Could be a tier 3 deck, sleeper deck, whatever you want to call it. And I really like it. It's simple, got bread and butter combos, just do this, do that, simple, straightforward. And the way I play it is just super aggro. Like, all it does is just specialize in gain an attack and just overwhelm an opponent in battle. So let's go ahead and get into it. Starting off, we got the Blizzard of the deck. 3 switch hitter. Special summon when he normal summon, special summon a Battlin Boxer from your grave, and then you can only special summon Battlin Boxer monsters afterwards if you use his effect. 3 Glass Jaw, the main muscle of the deck. Whenever he's detached for lead Yoka's effect, his effect also kicks in, and you can just recycle a switch hitter or whatever you want from your graveyard. And also when he's attacked, his effect works as well, since when he's attacked, he's automatically destroyed. Then we go with 3 Headgear, primary mill. Later on in games, I usually send Glassjaw, but if I'm going first or it's the first few turns, I summon him and then send Counterpunch to the grave. That way, I don't draw into Counterpunch, and then my opponent, there's more pressure on my opponent because they know I'm gonna have Counterpunch in the grave and could possibly activate his effect. I just run 2 Spar. You can easily get around his negative effect about not conducting battle phase by just going into battle phase, attacking, and then MP2, you can special summon him, since it says for the rest of the turn, not like you can't handle your battle phase or anything like that. And then, let's see, last Battlin Boxer, 3 Counterpunch. I like 3 Counterpunch. I usually don't draw into him, and if I do, I can still activate his effect from the hand, and it's just a surprise if you don't have any in the grave, and your opponent's like, oh, well, he doesn't have any in the grave, and then it attacks, and then just Counterpunch. And last monster, Tatsuki Knight. I really like him, just in general. He's a great warrior. He's really good for any warrior deck. And if you have no cards in your hand and your opponent declares an attack, special summon him in the battle phase. Pretty good effect. So the spells: 1 Rhoda, 3 Duality. I usually don't run Duality, but in this kind of deck, it's really good. Just adds consistency. Make sure you have good hands or get that key component that you need to win game. Let's see. Thing I like using, Solidarity. All monsters in my main deck and extra deck are warriors. So I use 3 Solidarity, and it just pumps these hoes up because it stacks. So 800, 1600, 2400. You summon a Headgear with 3 Solidarities on field, come out with 3400 attack. Darkhold combos well with lead yoke. Just, you got like 2 monsters on your opponent's side of the field. Darkhold, save him and just blow up your opponent's side of the field. Book of Moon stops certain plays, XYZs. Wolf Bar, like effects that you like, not normal summon, but they have to be on the field, or synchros. 3 MSTs, 2 Lances, might bump it up to 3. Gotta protect your Battlin Boxers. Warrior Returning Alive, and 1 limited Baron's Force. I run 2 Chaos numbers, and so I could just summon Utopia, go into him, and then Utopia Ray V, and then activate his effect, detach, target a monster, destroy, inflict damage. Or I can use 105, which I believe is the same way. It's the same thing, pretty much. Yeah, pretty much. It just has more attack. So the traps: 2 Chain, 3 Threatening Roar. Sometimes you come out with some bad hands, or you draw into Counterpunch, or you just got a Headgear in your hand. You just want to stall until you get something. 1 bottomless, 1 compulse, 1 solemn, and 1 torrential. Also come as well with lead yoke.
Backfire Book of Moon.
Onto the extra. 3 lead yoke. You have to run them at 3. You actually go through them pretty freaking fast. Like, you just, by the time you know it, you're already in your 3rd one. You're like, God damn.
But the one thing we did not realize earlier was that Glass Straw can recycle your lead yoke, right?
Yeah, Glass Straw can recycle lead yoke. You can even special summon lead yoke with Switch Hitter's effect, because it just says Battlin Boxer Monster. It don't have to be NXC. It don't have to be. It don't specify. It just says Battlin Boxer Monster. We got number 105. If you can go into him, go into him. He helps. Let's see. Let me read his effect thoroughly. During either player's battle step, if a Battlin Boxer monster you control battles an opponent's monster, you can detach, negate the effects of that monster until the end of that turn. That monster you control, that Battlin Boxer monster you control, cannot be destroyed by battle. Also, your opponent takes any battle damage that you would have taken. So it's pretty good. It's there mainly for C105 because you need him underneath C105 to activate his effect. And he's pretty much just detach, target, destroy, and inflict burn damage. 1 Utopia, 1 Utopia Array, and then the other Sea Monster, Utopia Array V. Pretty much the same thing as C105. Just this one has more attack. Then we got Excalibur, Kusanagi. Your opponent activates a trap, negate it once per turn, negate it, and then destroy it, and then also gains 500 attack afterwards. Full-time Pepper Operative. If you got overwhelming monsters on the field and your opponent decides to go into defense, summon that, switch it to attack, and just run over it. Blade Armor, detach, attack twice. Lava Ball Ignis. Actually, I ran this because there are times where you have counter punches on the field, and you can go into it. Rank 3 monster, 2 level 3 monsters. If during the damage step, if it attacks or is attacked, you can detach. This monster gains 500. So it'll be at 23 if there's no solidarities, but usually I can maintain solidarity, and it'll be at 31, 39 if there's 2, 47 if there's 3 on the field. Alright. That's been the Battlin Boxer deck profile. Please like, subscribe, leave comments to see how you improve the deck. Tell me if you like the deck. Mark the Shark out.